You know, there's never enough cards to be had in your collection. As you gather more and more cards into your stock, you start to wonder, what else is out there? Can I craft my own cards? What about other people's cards? The wizards at custommagic have come up with another highly rated 5, and today I'll be giving some quick pros and cons on each card, as suggested by my feedback that I got from my observers. Welcome to another edition of the weekly Top 5. As always, remember to go to reddit.com/r/custommagic to see new and interesting custom cards, and upvote your favorites to make it onto this list every week. Coming in at number 5, it's Necropotence. Chaopotence? Necropotence's brother? An interestingly designed card, fitting into the red spectrum of randomness. Here are the pros. 3 red is not hard to get to. Exiling multiple cards from the top can give you many more options past what you have in your hand, allowing for many more burn spells that cannot be reached and disrupted through normal means. The cards stay usable through the end of your next turn, a big advantage here. As you can tell, the pros are quite large. The card is definitely the bigger brother of Necropotence, if you can consistently hit a sweet spot of about 2 to 3 cards exiled a turn. Any extra would be too many and thin your deck in a constructed format too hard. Now on to the cons. Enchantment hate is strong in many formats. Lands are absolute no-goes. If cards get exiled you still want to play next turn, say if they aren't instants, and the enchantment gets removed, they stay exiled, gone forever. Otherwise, this card is pretty great. Great job! Our next card at number 4 is Colm, Terror of the Crag, a sweet Jund card with a unique ability. Pros. Cheap commander. If you play this in Commander, it's easy to build around. Discard is in black, red does it, so you could run Bandits cards if you don't want to discard lands. Land discard is a great way to use dead draws. Draw a land last turn? Pump Colm. Other players ditching lands too? Pump Colm. Life from the Loam is an A+ with this card. Cons. Small size and no other keyword abilities make him not much of a threat. At the end of the day, it's a simple and clean design. Bravo. Our next card is Monstrous. Or it could be. It's up to you. Number 3. Reshaping Hallucination is a great design and name for this card. Its ability is very interesting in that it can clone something, but then re-clone into something else if something better comes along. I've always thought clones need more oomph. The pros on this one. Hallucination can transform twice, once on play, second on Monstrous trigger. Allows great late-game choices in Constructed. Opponent dropped a bomb? Recopy it. Cheap cost is standard for clones, for converted mana cost. Cons are short but sweet. Can be destroyed before the activation goes off to clone it into something tougher, say Avacyn, Angel of Hope. Blue-green duality instead of mono-blue can hamper playstyles. Must copy something else, otherwise known as Clone Syndrome. Another solid entry and worthy of note. Mizzix's Catalyzer is the number 2 spot, and what an interesting and unique card it is. Pros are follows. If you spend additional blue or red mana, you can make any spell a copy, but it gets more expensive the higher the cost of the spell. Obvious great targets that are 1 mana are Ponder, Brainstorm, and many others. Faithless Looting and other draw spells become really powerful. Cons are close to the pros. Faithless Looting and card advantage gets way out of control, maybe too good. Being a 1/4 makes it basically just there for the copy ability and to avoid Lightning Bolt, so the design could use more limitations. So while the card could use a little bit more drawbacks for the powerful copy ability, it still stands out as a great outlet for copying spells. Number 1 on the list is a joke. A terrible, terrible joke. It suggests that in Eldritch Moon, the legendary werewolf we've all been looking for is Arlen. Arlen the Endless Night. The pros to these are simple. All werewolves become true werewolves. Arlen acts as a sting to werewolf haters. Cheap 3/3 beatstick. 3 Wolf Moon. Cons are clearly available. Can't be your commander. Clearly a joke, right? No! Does nothing to help keep werewolves transformed. 3 Wolf Moon. Clearly this is the best card because, as we all know, Eldritch Moon is all about Arlen Court. You heard it here first. Last up is our honorable mention, Teferi's Gambit. It's Holy Day and Day's Undoing had a baby. It's pretty powerful, but counter it and keep going. It's a last-ditch attempt to stave off your death. It's a slow extra turn. It's kinda neat.
With that, What? When did that get loose? Of course, see you next week for more Top 5, hopefully, and check the rest of the content on my channel, subscribe, and like!